Let's be real. Since COVID, the world hasn't been the same. It's like everything lost its color, the vibrancy, the energy, the spark. It's all a little duller now. And if we're being honest, so are we. Somewhere along the way, we all lost a piece of ourselves. Maybe it was the uncertainty, the chaos, or just the grind of life, but that spark, it's flickering. And if you're sitting here reading this, you probably feel it too. Every new year, we tell ourselves the same story. This is going to be my year. But let's face it, 2023 wasn't your year. 2024? Probably not either. And unless you do something about it, 2025 won't be either. But here's the thing, you can force it to be. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, before we dive in, let me be clear, I'm not here to motivate you. Motivation is like a sugar rush, it's sweet, it's fleeting, and it leaves you crashing hard. I'm here to give you the tools, the perspective, and maybe even the kick in the teeth you need to make 2025 your year. For real this time. The problem, you're half-assing it. I'm not going to be too hard on you. I know you've been trying. Or at least you think you have. Maybe you started a fitness plan but quit after 2 weeks because life got too busy. Or maybe you set some goals, but they were so vague they might as well have been written in visible ink. I want to be better. Better at what? Breathing? You've been doing that since birth. Here's the truth. Trying isn't enough. If you're half-assing it, you're not failing because life is unfair, even though, yeah, it kind of is. You're failing because you're waiting for life to magically align itself with your vibes. Spoiler alert, it won't. You're the one who has to align yourself with your goals. And to do that, you need to start where it matters most. Your time. The time trap. You're probably used to saying, I don't have time. That's funny because you had time to scroll TikTok for 3 hours yesterday. You had time to rewatch The Office for the fourth time because it's absolute cinema. You had time to stare at the ceiling thinking about how you have no time? Did you catch that? You have time. You're just bad at using it. Let's do the math. You have 24 hours in a day. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours, if you're lucky. Work or school takes up another 8. Eating, commuting, and existing? Maybe 2 hours. That leaves you with 6 hours. Now ask yourself, what am I doing with them? If you can't answer that without stuttering, you've found your problem. The opportunity. You're living in the golden age. Here's the good news. We live in an era where you can learn literally anything for free or close to it. Want to start a business? There are tutorials, templates, and even AI tools that'll practically hold your hand through the process. Want to get fit? There are apps, YouTube channels, and communities that'll keep you accountable. Want to learn a new skill? Platforms like Coursera, Skillshare, or even TikTok, if you're following the right creators, have you covered. So why are you using your phone to scroll aimlessly instead of using it to level up? Technology isn't the enemy here. You are. Your phone is a tool, but if you treat it like a toy, it'll treat you like a joke. Systems over goals. Here's the thing. Tools are useless without a plan. Saying, I want to save money is cute, but what's your system? Are you tracking expenses, automating savings, or are you just hoping your bank account will surprise you like a pop quiz on a Monday morning? The same goes for fitness, learning, relationships, everything. Goals are useless without systems. Systems are what make you show up on the days you don't feel like it. They're the boring routines that actually get results. They're the meal preps, the study schedules, the workout plans. They're what separate the people who achieve from the people who talk about achieving. The ugly grind. Let's address the elephant in the room. The grind isn't sexy. Most of what will make you successful is not exciting. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's waking up early to work out when you'd rather sleep. It's saying no to plans so you can study. It's putting in effort when no one's clapping for you. The grind isn't supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel necessary. And the sooner you stop expecting every step to be fun, the sooner you'll start seeing results. Balance is overrated. Here's another truth bomb. Balance is overrated. You've been sold this idea that you can balance everything perfectly. Work, life, growth, Rest. But let's be real, it's not that easy. If you want something badly enough, you have to let other things slide. That doesn't mean burning out, but it does mean prioritizing like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it kind of does. You're not going to achieve your goals by squeezing them into the cracks of your schedule. They need to be front and center, not an afterthought. The big question. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Am I really trying? It's easy to say you're trying, but are you really? Or are you just dabbling? There's a difference between effort and consistent effort. One gets you short-term results, if that, and the other transforms your life. Be honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be, is it because the world is against you? Or is it because you're not fully in the game? You can't half commit and expect full results. Lock in for 2025. I'm not saying this as someone who's perfect. I'm not. But I can confidently say I'm the best version of myself I've ever been. And a big part of that is because I stopped waiting for life to hand me success and started forcing it. And if I can do that, what's your excuses, your wake-up call, a reminder? I'm not going to end this with some cheesy line like, "You've got this." Because honestly, you might not have this. That's up to you. But what I can say is this. If you decide to lock in, like really lock in, 2025 can be the year you stop saying, "Next year will be my year," and start saying, "This year is mine." The world isn't going to fix itself for you. It's gray, it's colorless, and yeah, that sucks. But you're smart, you're strong, you're adaptable, and most of all, you're a freaking cutie pie. You can fix yourself, and maybe that'll bring a little color back into everything else too.